Hello guys, welcome back to Civil Engineering Tutor. In this video, I am going to discuss some important questions with explanation that will be very much helpful for any competitive exams like SSC JEE, GATE, RRB JEE or any other state public service commission junior and assistant engineer exams. These questions are generally repeatedly asked. So if you are preparing for these competitive exams, you must watch this video and try to check your preparation. This is basically will help you in your revision. I have already discussed 20 questions earlier, so if you have not watched those videos, you can check the description. The link is given there. So let's start with this 21 number question. So the test intended to study the resistance of aggregates to weathering action is abrasion test, crushing test, impact test, or soundness test. So here one thing you have to understand that the resistance of aggregates to weathering action, that property is known as durability. So which of the following test is used for measurement of durability? So the correct answer for this question will be soundness test. And here are some reference for other tests also. Like crushing test is used to measure crushing strength. Los Angeles abrasion test is for hardness property. Aggregate impact test is used to measure toughness. And soundness test is used to measure durability of aggregates. So just remember all these points. It may be asked in any way that which test is used to measure crushing strength, and you have this option, so you need to select any one of this. So just remember this reference. Next question, which of the following box compounds of cement liberates minimum heat of hydration? You have four box compounds, that is C3S, C4A, C3A and C2S. So we have to find the compound that liberates minimum heat of hydration. So simply we can understand from here that the compound which reacts slowly, that will liberate minimum heat of hydration, and we know that C2S reacts very slowly. So here correct answer will be C2S, and here are the reference for heat of hydration for different compounds. Like we can see that maximum heat of hydration is for C3A, it is 865 joule per gram, and minimum for C2S. Now C3A is responsible for flash setting, that means it reacts very quickly, that's why this higher amount of heat of hydration generates, and C2S reacts very slowly, that's why it generates very less amount of heat of hydration. So the correct answer for this case is C2S, and just remember other reference also. The load at which the column just buckles is known as buckling load, obviously correct. Critical load, crippling load, any one of these. Now one thing you have to understand that what is buckling load, and these are the just synonyms of buckling loads, critical load or crippling load. So the correct answer for this case will be any one of these. Just remember from here that what is buckling load. Buckling load is basically the load at which the column just start to buckle, that is buckling load, and these are some synonyms of buckling loads, critical load or crippling load. Okay, so you have to remember this, that long columns do not fail generally by crushing alone. Okay, long columns fail with crushing as well as bending, but the portion of bending is generally higher. Next question, the crushing strength of first class brick is 3 Newton per millimeter square, 5.5 megapascal, 10.5 megapascal or 7.5 megapascal. This is very easy question. I think those who are preparing for SSC JEE for some minimum amount of time, I think you know the correct answer, and this question is generally repeatedly asked in most of the junior engineer exams. So remember the correct answer and also remember some reference also. So the correct answer for this case will be 10.5 Newton per millimeter square for first class brick. And here are some references that for first class brick it is 10.5 megapascal, for second class brick it is 7 megapascal, and common building bricks it is 3.5 megapascal. And one thing just remember that this is the minimum compressive strength of any kind of brick. Okay, for quality assurance we have to have minimum strength of bricks as 3.5 megapascal. Next question, gypsum is added to cement in small quantity to control initial setting time, final setting time, give colors to the cement and make cement hydrophobic. Now we can eliminate option here that give color to the cement. This is not the purpose to add gypsum, and we can hardly temper the final setting time. It is very hard or very difficult to temper final setting time, and the correct answer for this case will be control initial setting time. And we know that gypsum is what? Gypsum is act as a retarder. And what is the function of retarder? A retarder simply increases or prolongs the setting time. And which setting time? Here obviously initial setting time. Okay, so the correct answer for this case is control initial setting time, and it is acts as retarder. The amount of water used in performing setting time test of cement is, here option is given, and P is the standard consistency of cement. So the question is about water used in setting time test, that means in initial setting time or final setting time test. So here are four options are given. So the correct answer is very easy, 0.85 P. And these are some other references. Please remember this. These are repeatedly asked in any competitive exams. So this will be very helpful for initial and final setting time test. This is 0.85p. Soundness test, it is 0.78p. For compressive strength test, p by 4 plus 3%. This will be percent in percentage. And tensile strength, p by 5 plus 2.5%, where p is simply standard consistency. Now, those who are watching this video, can you tell me what is the general value of standard consistency of cement? Normally, what is the value? You can comment down the answer in range, like it is 20% to 30% or 25 to 30% or 30 to 50%, like that. So just if you know the answer, comment down that what is the general value of standard consistency of cement. Next question, specific volume is reciprocal of mass, area, volume, mass density. Now at first we have to know what is specific volume. So the specific volume is basically ratio of volume by mass. Now we know the unit of mass is simply mass, you know the unit, it will be kg or something, area you know, volume you know, and mass density is mass by volume. So the correct answer for this case will be D. So here you can see that specific volume is expressed in volume by mass, whereas mass density is completely reciprocal of that. So it is mass by volume. So the correct answer for this case is D. If aggregates completely pass through a sieve of size 75 mm and are retained on a sieve of size 60 mm, the aggregates will be known as elongated aggregate if its length is not less than. Here 4 options are given. So first, this is the term you have to understand, that what is elongated aggregate, as well as you have to understand what is flaky aggregate. There are two kinds of aggregate based on their shape. So elongated aggregate is basically that aggregate which has maximum dimension, or the larger dimension is more than 1.8 times of the mean dimension. So here mean dimension is simply the two different sieve size through which one passed and one retained. Okay, so we can find first mean dimension. So mean dimension for this case is 60 plus 75 by 2. So 67.5 mm is our mean dimension, and now we need to multiply it with 1.8 times to get the larger dimension or length for this case. So here the answer is 121.5 mm. But if it was asked that what is the width of flaky aggregate for this case, then you need to find the mean dimension and then you need to multiply it using 0.6, because for flaky aggregate we determine not the larger dimension, rather we determine the width or the smallest dimension. Okay, so question number 29, this is very much theoretical question. You just need to remember the answer, that Abel's process, using Abel's process, which of the following timber quality is improved? Durability, fire resistance, chemical resistance, or strength? So Abel process is used to improve fire resistance here. And you need to remember one thing, that in Abel's process we used diluted sodium silicate solution. So it may be asked that way also, that what is the solution used in Abel's process. So now before moving to the last question, if this video is anyway helpful in your preparation or revision, please do like this video and subscribe to the channel to motivate me further to make this kind of videos. And if you have not joined our Telegram channel, you can join our Telegram channel. I generally upload the latest job notification advertisement there, and some study materials are generally uploaded on that channel. So if you are interested, you can join the Telegram channel as well. So the final question, the last ateliers method can be used to determine fineness of cement, fineness of aggregate, soundness of cement, and compressive strength of cement. So here the correct answer for this case is soundness of cement. Now there are two methods used in finding the soundness of cement. One is last ateliers test and another is autoclave test. But remember that first you have to remember that what are the reasons why unsoundness occurs in cement. So unsoundness is basically due to presence of free magnesia and free lime. Okay, now in using last ateliers test we can only detect unsoundness due to free lime only, and using autoclave test we can determine unsoundness due to both free magnesia as well as free lime. So questions may be asked in this way also, that last atelier test is used to measure unsoundness due to free lime, free magnesia, both or none. So the correct answer will be only free lime. So that's it for today's video. If this video is anyway helpful, please give a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching this video.